How we doing? Today is Thursday, April the 10th, 2025. I just wanted to do a video here on a note investment opportunity. I think it's a solid opportunity for someone that, may have a lesser amount of money to get involved in real estate, but has been looking for an opportunity. Um, if you have money sitting in a mutual fund, IRA account, maybe, some other type of retirement account where it's not necessarily getting a high rate of return. Wanted to bring this to your attention, and if someone is interested, please reach out and let's discuss. So I'm going to share my screen here. So this is a note investing opportunity. There is my contact information. If anybody, is interested, please reach out and, we can answer further questions. So I did initial due diligence on this. I haven't done my second level in terms of checking the paperwork and things like that. I will do that if someone is interested uh, in, moving forward with this deal potentially. We break our due diligence up into two phases. We have an initial phase where we check off a few boxes and things look interesting. And then the second phase is a deeper dive where we go ahead and check the actual documentation. We verify everything. We look at payment history. We look at a few other things just to confirm what we see on this first level of due diligence. So this is a sub-performing note. So somebody may say, well, what's a sub-performing note? That means that this person pays, but they are missing some payments. And as you'll see here, they're behind 13 payments on this particular property. And you may say, well, how is that a good deal if they're missing 13 payments? And we'll kind of, explain all of the pros and cons of it, but just wanted to kind of run through the overview of the deal. The value of this particular property, which looks like to be a manufactured home, again, we will confirm that, on the second level of due diligence. In the area, all of the online sources had the property either at 95,000 or higher. So, for this example, I'll use the lowest one that I found. So, and they were all kind of, in a similar range. I think the highest was maybe like 115 or 120. So I feel really confident that this property is worth more than $90,000. The purchase price of the note, including all fees, is 18,500. Um, the investment to value, meaning how much are you investing as opposed to what the property is worth. And on this, it's 21%, which means that you're really safe in this deal. So even if the fact that they have missed these payments and potentially, um, could go into foreclosure, if you've only spent 18,500 for something that's worth 95,000, do you not think that you could at least sell it for what you bought it for? And maybe, if there's a few expenses with foreclosure, let's just say you're in it for 20, let's say $23,000 after you take the property back. Do you not feel like you could at least have someone take this off of your hands for 25,000, something that's worth, a $95,000 asset? I'm pretty confident that you could. So again, that's one of the reasons why this is a good deal in our opinion. And the net yield based on your 13 payments, again including any servicing fees, is just under 19%. We do a scorecard here and we look at pros and cons. And as you can see, there are a lot of pros and only one con being, the payer's credit probably is not that great. Someone who has missed 13 payments. Um, so that's probably the only negative on this. Really strong equity. The unpaid balance, if we go back, is 24,000, just over 24,000. Um, so again, they have a lot of equity if this property is worth, even if this property is worth $50,000. Let's just say we're totally wrong on the value. If it's worth $50,000, this person still has, about $25,000 worth of equity in the property. So what will they do if they're in a chance of losing this particular property? They're going to do some type of modification, or they're going to, sell the property so they don't lose out on their equity. So we have, like I said, a lot of positives on this and only one negative. So again, just to kind of hit some of the high points and why we feel this is a good deal. The equity position, 65,000 right now. Could be more again if we, find out that the value is over 100,000, that's only going to go up and incentivize this particular borrower to either keep paying or to sell the property so they could obviously walk away with their equity. So we mentioned the 13 payments that needs to be modified, that needs to be corrected with this particular homeowner. There's some things that we can do. We can see, how much money they may have on hand to go towards that. If they do have, let's just say, $5,000 that they have at their disposal that they can pay on, these 13 payments that are behind, we could do something like that, or $2,500. Again, that's money that goes to the note holder in advance, and then we can restructure the note with those missed payments, maybe put them on the back end. Um, maybe we can forgive them, being as though that there's so much equity in this particular property. It's really up to you, what you want to do. But I would say you would want to try to work something out. Maybe you charge them an extra $100, $75 a month or something like that to kind of catch up on any back payments. So there's a number of things that we can do, and we'll get that, we would, get that addressed with the servicing company. Or, we'd have to start foreclosure, and then that may be an expense to you as well. But again, if you put the pressure on these people to, talk to you about doing a modification or doing something to rectify these payments, I'm sure that they're going to respond and, try to work something out with you because they do not want to, lose all the equity in the property. Um, and the average rent in the area is over $1,000 based on our research. And we can show you that, or you can do your own research on that. I think it was just under $1,200 for a three-bedroom type of rental. So, and even again, if that's um, not correct, let's just say it's really $800. This person's monthly payment is about $500, $515.64 a month. So they are still owning less than what it costs to rent. Their principal and interest payment is just about $515.64. So, again, are they gonna want to give up $65,000 worth of equity and then have to go rent a more expensive place? I highly doubt it. So, a lot of safety and security in this particular note. If you have any questions, here's my contact number, contact information again. Please reach out. Let's talk about it and, answer any questions that you might have. But just wanted to try and bring this opportunity to people, and we'll be doing more of these. So you'll see them posted to the YouTube channel that you see there at Abundant Capital Group. We'll be putting this stuff out there and on Instagram as well. So if you want to follow me over there. Okay. All right. Thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon.